Hello everybody, welcome to week 11. I'm so excited that we're almost done. We can do it, power through this. Alright, so for this week my focus question was, upon what are U.S. schools built? And my kind of three sub-questions for that is, what is a prominent goal of American schools today? How is education beneficial to one's self-improvement or self-discovery? And how do the goals of education now benefit the nation? So for the first question, I read a really great TED Talk by Sir Ken Robinson, and he kind of looked at how creativity is becoming more and more absent from the schools in America today. You know, we're set up to educate students to go into successful careers, and that is a good thing, that's great. But at the same time, we're kind of taking out those elements of being creative that students should have the opportunities to have as they're learning. And so it's really more of a factual learning facility. It's not oriented as much towards creativity. And again, that sets up our students to be successful in their future careers, but it kind of takes a toll on who they are as a person. You know, we don't really get to learn a whole lot about ourselves or how to set goals and things like that. And so those goals of education kind of give us some benefits and some not so great benefits as well. So some of these things could be looked at as cons that I came up with, but we have kind of this educational cycle where we learn and we go into a specific field of study, and that gravitates us towards a specific learning field, a specific career. And then as we're in that career, sometimes to get a better position or a better job within that sphere, we have to educate ourselves more. We have to go back and get a bachelor's degree or a master's degree or a doctorate even, to become proficient and to get a higher pay. And so that is kind of this cycle that keeps on going and going, and that is sometimes a good thing and sometimes not so much. And with that, society kind of has expectations and responsibilities of individuals. You know, we're expected to get jobs, to be successful in our careers, and to be able to provide for our families, really. Also, our educational system kind of runs like clockwork. You know how I said that we have this cycle, it kind of goes like clockwork, and there's not really a break in that. And so that's kind of good because, you know, we set up students to go into a specific career, and that is great. We're setting up jobs for them, we're opening up opportunities, but at the same time, without a break in that cycle, it kind of takes a toll on the creative aspect of life in general. Let's see, and then for the last question, how is education beneficial to one's self-improvement or self-discovery? Like I mentioned earlier, it can kind of take a toll if we don't have those creative elements in our learning, if we don't learn about ourselves. And so Patricia brought up a great point that as we discover our interests, we discover more about what makes us us, about our uniqueness and our identity. And that can open up a whole world of interests and hobbies and possibilities for what we want to do with our lives. Education also helps us to learn from our mistakes. Hopefully we've all learned to kind of rise up from a bad grade or do something better to kind of improve ourselves. And as we do that, we're kind of learning to pick ourselves up off the ground, and that failure is fertilizer. It's not just the end. It helps us to grow amidst our trials rather than just be a stagnant being. We also get to have new ways or new ideas from other people that come in, and that is kind of built from the ground up. You know, as we kind of get this first level of learning, and as we continue to grow and to learn, we get to have additional light and understanding. And so we need that base foundation to help us kind of rise up and get more learning out of what we get from just the face value of education, I guess. And so those are the answers that I came up with for this week. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next week.